Hi, do you know that most fruit trees like this one right here are actually two trees grafted together? Watch this video and I'll show you how it's done. All right, so we got the bottom part of the tree. You can see right here where that little lump is. So this would be the bottom part from here where my finger is down. This is the rootstock. This is this guy right here. This controls how big the tree gets, how well it does in your climate, how quickly it produces fruit, and how well it does with diseases in your area. So that's a very, very important part of the tree, and that's why we graft on the variety that we want to eat. This part right here, like we use Gala as an example, that's why we graft that onto this rootstock, so it can be hardier, tougher, smaller, bigger, produce more fruit, whatever it is. So this is our rootstock right here, and we just give him a little nip. And then we got our scion wood, which the cuttings are taken in the dormant season. So these can't be swollen, they can't have any leaves on them, they gotta be completely asleep, which this guy is right here. So we got our Gala apple. And what we're gonna do from here is we got our two fresh cuts. Generally I go like really low, but this is a good example in case I screw up, I can fix it later. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a wide angle cut on this guy. We're not gonna cut ourselves in front of the camera because that's not good. So we got a nice little splice in this guy, and then we're gonna do the same thing with our rootstock. So it's just flat right now, and we're just gonna give that a nice angle cut. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna help them match up very nicely. So you see another nice sharp angle. There we go. And then you just do one little splice cut into that. And you gotta be very careful with this because the knife is very sharp and it can slip into your hands pretty easily. I never did that in this one, so I'm gonna do that right now so I don't look too silly. And you want to try and match that up in the same spot, so when they slide into one another, it's just like glue. That's probably not the word I needed to say there, but that's okay. So you match these two guys up, and you're gonna find those little notches that you put in there, and then you just slide them in together, and boom, we have ourselves one tree now. So then we get to this point, we're going to take our grafting tape, or you can use an elastic. There's a whole bunch of different methods you can use. The elastics work great. I'm just going to wrap this guy up right now with this because it's a quick little demo video of showing you guys how this is done, but this needs to be extremely tight. There can't be any air getting in here. There can't be any moisture getting in here because it will just rot it or it will dry it out. And then we're going to get that as tight as possible. And then we're going to take some grafting wax or some lock balsam, whatever you got, and we're going to make this super sealed so that nothing can get in there and stays good and tight. This is just one tree now. And then you take your pruners, and then we're going to go two buds up. So we got a bud right here, and then we got another bud right here, and that's where we cut them. And then we're going to take this guy and we're going to go plant him now. We're going to stick him into the ground. We can probably go, because he's so tall, we don't want it that high generally. So you can either bury it or you would do your graft union a lot lower. That will just make the tree a lot stronger. You just don't want it too low, because if this part of the tree, the scion wood, the cutting, is in the soil, then it's going to root and it's going to change the genetics of the rootstock, which we're trying to get, because we want to control the size, how well it does in the climate, how well quickly it produces fruit, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's how you graft trees, that's how you grow them. That's why they're probably more expensive, because you have to actually grow the rootstock for a season, and then you have to dig that out of the ground, and then you have to go get cuttings, and then you have to graft it in, and then you have to grow it again, put it back in the ground and grow it for another year or two. So hopefully this video helps. If you have any questions, don't be shy.